Welcome to Unearthly. Some people are famous for the mole on their face, but did you know that in China, it's believed that moles can reveal your state of health and even your destiny? In the ancient Chinese art of face reading, moles are considered so important that they're in a different field of study of their own. To understand the impact of moles better, we need to begin with qi. According to Chinese acupuncture, qi is the vital energy that pulses throughout the human body. It's like prana in yoga and needs to flow freely. Qi is active at different parts of the body at different stages of one's life. But what do moles have to do with all this? A mole on the body can either impede or enhance the flow of qi in the body, and it's said that moles can reveal a person's fate in everything from their health, career, and marriage to their character traits. Here, let's look into the basics of Chinese mole reading. To start with, what is a mole? Moles are tiny, roundish bumps on the body that form naturally. They're usually black in color. The first thing to learn about moles is to be able to differentiate between a good mole and a bad mole. Moles that are jet black are considered good. They shouldn't be shapeless blobs but should be round. Red moles show the presence of qi, and a good red mole is one which is deep red, round and shiny. Next is location. Just as the location of a house is said to be influenced by qi in feng shui, so is the location of the mole on the face. In fact, some people consider face reading to be feng shui for the human body. Both one's house and one's body need a harmonious flow of qi. Therefore, the position of the mole matters a lot. For example, the same mole on the right side of the neck may be better than the one on the left side of the neck. And an invisible mole is better than a visible mole. By invisible mole, it means one that's not easily seen, like for example a mole behind the ear or in the middle of the eyebrow. This hidden mole is considered luckier than one that is easily seen or one that's in a conspicuous place like the cheek or the forehead of a person. But bear in mind that visible moles are not unlucky, it's just that they're not as lucky as invisible moles. Next, we need to find out whether a mole is living or not. What does that mean? A mole with hair growing out of it is considered alive, unlike a mole without any hair growing out of it. Now, can you guess which of these two is believed to be better in terms of luck? Well, it turns out that since a hairy mole is considered alive, it shows that the qi energy is flowing smoothly and so it's good for you. Face readers will actually recommend that such hair should not be plucked out as the luck will diminish. Now let's look at some of the moles on the face and what they denote as per face reading. Moles on top of the head. Unless one is totally bald, a mole on top of the head stays covered by your hair and is considered auspicious. A mole that appears in the center of the head signifies a high social standing and good fortune with a happy family life. Moles that are there on the front of the head, either to the left or right, signify a brilliant mind. A mole located in the bottom center of the scalp indicates a hard childhood where one's parents might not even survive. Mole on the forehead. A mole that is in the middle of the forehead foretells a life filled with abundance. Women with this will be blessed with money but may not have a happy marriage. Moles in the eyebrows. The eyebrows are one of the 5 main features in Chinese face reading and can help us gain insights into the character, family life, career prospects, and overall destiny of a person. Mole inside the eyebrows. A mole inside either the left or the right eyebrow is lucky if it's a good mole. It points towards excellent outcomes in all areas of life. People with this are determined individuals who will do well in business, and they're also compassionate and loved by most people. An added bonus is family support, especially from siblings, and you might remember from the previous video on face reading that eyebrows are connected to relationships with siblings. If you'd like to check out the previous video, here's a link. On the other hand, if there's a bad or irregular mole inside the eyebrows, the person will have to work twice as hard to achieve success in life and may not get help from siblings. A bad mole here can indicate an unlucky omen involving water, and so a person with this mole should exercise caution while swimming and taking part in water sports. Moles located above the eyebrow can suggest an inability to get along with one's siblings. Good moles beneath the tip of either eyebrow indicate a person who's very well organized, optimistic and smart. Moles between the eyebrows. Right in the center of the eyebrows is the yin tang area or the life palace, and this is the most significant palace in face reading. It is the first thing a face reader will look at while reading a person's face. It's also a major pressure point in Chinese acupressure, and as per the chakra system of yoga, this is where the Agni Chakra or third eye is located. A person with a good yin tang will lead a wonderful life free of bad luck and disasters. Of course, there will be some challenges, but these will be tiny and will quickly vanish. How to gauge a good yin tang? A good life balance should be 2 fingers wide, the index and the middle finger. For women, it should be slightly narrower. Since this area should be smooth without any scars, a mole in this area is seen as a hindrance and is therefore considered unfavorable, except when it's located exactly in the center of both the eyebrows. In this case, it's considered good luck. People with this mole are born leaders and tend to excel in their careers and enjoy a life of abundance. If the mole is to the center but below the eyebrow level, the person may not reach his or her goals. Moles by the eyes. The eyes are important in face reading because it's said that the eyes never lie. Sometimes you can tell if a person is lying by just looking at their eyes. So moles near the eyes are studied by face readers. Teardrop moles. Like tears rolling out of one's eyes, this mole gets its name for its location just under the eye. There's a fascinating explanation for what this mole is said to signify. Apparently, this mole is a sign of unrequited love, but from a past lifetime. According to face reading, if you have this mole, it means that in a past lifetime you were deeply in love with someone, but they were not in love with you. And so you spend that lifetime heartbroken and crying, hence the teardrop mole. It's here to remind you of that lost love and an opportunity to get them back, at least in this lifetime. If you ever chance upon this person, there will be an instant magnetic connection between both of you and a chance to spend a happy lifetime together, according to face reading. But as the area under the eyes also represents the children's palace, such a mole indicates challenges with one's kids, and one will have to take steps to ensure a loving and wholesome relationship with their kids. Mole inside the eyes. A mole in the white area of the right eye is a sign that money will flow into your life almost effortlessly. You might even come into a huge fortune that may take you by surprise. A mole in the left eye has both negative and positive aspects to it. Such a person tends to be a born leader and is pretty intuitive. But they may also have a quick temper which can get them into trouble. Eyelid moles. A mole on the right eyelid is considered favorable. People with this will never lack money, but they must be careful in how they choose to spend it. A person with a mole on the left eyelid may not get money easily, but will work hard to achieve success. They're ambitious and responsible individuals who will always get ahead. A mole in the eye also signifies being at the receiving end of someone's jealousy or evil eye. A mole on the lower eyelid. This isn't seen as a good sign, as this may indicate that the person's spouse is likely to have an extramarital affair. A mole on the cheekbone is seen as a beauty mark in most cultures around the world. In Chinese face reading, it is considered lucky and points to a strong-willed person. These people never quit and dislike losing. The philtrum mole. The philtrum is the tiny groove just below the nose and is said to be related to fertility and longevity. The philtrum for a woman is believed to be connected to the uterus, and therefore a mole in this area is not considered good. For a man also, it indicates problems with having children. An ideal philtrum is one that is wide and long. If it's misshapen or has a bad mole, then it denotes problems relating to money and health. Moles on the ears. Moles can appear on or inside the ear. A mole on the ear is indicative of both empathy and intelligence. And because the ears are said to be connected to the chi in the kidneys, it also shows that the chi energy is flowing harmoniously. Such moles also point to a life of material abundance as well as good health. A mole behind the ear is extremely auspicious. Such people seek out esoteric knowledge and tend to be highly successful in their chosen field. If you have a mole inside your ear, it's considered lucky for you as well as your parents, as you're likely to possess filial piety and have a strong bond with your parents and look after them well. If you have a mole on your earlobes, it means that you will excel in setting up and establishing your own business. Your calm, easygoing nature means you will have great relationships with everyone in your lives. Your parents, spouse and kids, as well as colleagues and business partners. In fact, a mole on the earlobe is considered one of the luckiest moles to have if it's a good mole. Mole on the lips. The size and shape of a person's mouth is analyzed in face reading. The left and right side of both the upper and lower lips should be symmetrical. Any moles that are close to the lips show that the person will never have a shortage of food or wealth. A mole on either the top lip or lower lip indicates that a person is a foodie and will enjoy cooking and eating. They are fortunate because they will never suffer from a want of food or money. A person with a mole on the lower lip has the ability to hold people's attention while they speak. Their ability to communicate is compelling, and due to this, they excel in careers which involve their voice. Such a person is lucky because opportunities just land in their lap and they tend to become hugely influential and wealthy. A mole on the right lip again shows a fondness for food. Women who have this will be popular, especially with the opposite sex, and will attract plenty of suitors. A woman who has a mole above her lip on the right side of the face is very fortunate. This is a mole that attracts abundance, and the woman by herself will exude a natural beauty and will be popular with the opposite sex. Mole on the nose. In face reading, the nose denotes wealth and abundance, so the placement of moles here can indicate monetary fortune. A mole on the nose bridge can foretell poor luck and possible financial losses at some point in their lives. It doesn't augur well for their romantic relationships either. Still, the person can triumph after plenty of trials and tribulations and at a much later stage in life. So things will turn out well in the end with their sheer grit and determination. Moles on the wings of the nose. Such people will be prone to stomach problems, and career wise, they will be only lucky after the age of 50. Many people take face reading seriously throughout China and East Asia, and it remains popular there to this day. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe, share, and like if you like this video.